How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
So how much do the fellow running backs have to step up this week with Greg out? And I know AK's not 100% with the ankle and stuff. So how much do you and Batavius kind of got to be ready to potentially fill their voids this weekend?
We just got to prepare like we normally do. Everybody prepares the same. No matter who's starting, no matter who's hurt, no matter who's playing. He practiced today. He looked just about 100%. I forgot that he even had a nick or injury. So we feel pretty great. We're wishing Greg the best. He'll be back soon.
What does that say about the running backs room that you guys, a guy can go down with an injury like Greg, and you guys can all step up and you probably, try not to lose a beat, I guess, when it comes to it?
It speaks on the depth that we have. We have a lot of talent. The running backs that we have, even Trillion, we have players that can go to another school and be a valuable piece of their offense. And just being that we gel together so well and that we play off each other and feed off each other, I think that speaks a lot to what we can do.
Did you expect to get as much work as you did Saturday in the backfield?
Most of the time I can't really tell because I rep both positions so much. But I'm glad that I do that in practice. I'm glad I put myself through a lot to be able to withstand what I have to continue to do.
And Batavius got a lot of work in that game as well. Talk about what he sort of brings to that room as sort of like a bigger guy.
Just being a complete back. I think that Ben is a complete back. He can catch, he can run between the tackles, he can run outside zones, he can pass block. That's just something that he found. I think that he started to take to himself personally to be able to become a better back and just be able to contribute better.
How big is this? What I know they all saying we want to go 1-0, but just to go on the road. Previous 2 road games haven't gone the way you wanted. It's a big conference game for you guys to stay alive and everything. One of the top teams. Temple have been, East Division the last couple of years. I mean, how big is this one? How much do you guys want to prove something on Saturday?
This is something you live for as a college athlete. You can't think of it too much. I think that's what happened with the last couple games that we had. We just thought about it too much. We went in, we were prepared, but just small things we overthink and kind of slow up our play. We're not playing just as fast. So I think that being that we have a certain game plan for this week, being that all of the players are confident, I think that we should be fine.
What have you learned from the 2 losses this year, maybe about yourself and about this team? I mean, I know in previous years you're winning every game, everyone's feeling good and happy, so maybe things that you let maybe slide by a little bit because you're winning. Are there some things that you really learned that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise?
Just learned that we're resilient. I had to deal with stuff like this in high school, being that I wanted to win state every year. You lose a couple games, but that doesn't stop you from getting to your goal. You have a personal goal, you have a team goal. As long as everyone gels together and don't fall apart, I think that's the biggest thing, being able to bounce back and continue to play well.
What's the mindset of this team been like? Is it, you said everyone's resilient, everyone's been picking each other up. I mean, there's no hangover, I guess, for the previous 2 losses?
Nah, you try to forget it. You don't want to think about it too much. It's kind of like a dark cloud following you everywhere. Once you get that out of your mind, you're able to go back and play freely, not worry about the small mistakes that you made before.
How's Greg's mindset after being injured? Is he done okay?
Yeah, Greg's fine. Greg, he's been in meetings. He's been with us through watching film. He's been getting a lot of treatment. So I'm glad that Greg is taking things how he should. Like I said, he won't be out for too long. He'll be back soon.
Are you kind of expecting the unexpected maybe on Saturday? You look at previous teams like Cincinnati pulling something out of their back pocket they hadn't shown all year. Do you kind of expecting Temple to maybe do something like that as well to kind of show something that they hadn't shown before?
Yeah, we expect that every week. It's just like Pitt, they did something differently than what we thought. Cincinnati did something differently. That happens every week. It's just that the weeks that we won, we were able to adjust quicker. I think that the 2 losses that we had, we didn't adjust fast enough, and it showed on the scoreboard going into halftime and stuff like that. It was a lot of shortage of scoring with us, and I think that we're able to get that together because we have pretty much a veteran group. We're pretty old on offense, so we just have to be able to take Dylan and keep him going.
Do you guys feel like you've played a complete offensive game so far this season? I mean, I know Stanford was pretty big numbers, but do you guys feel like there's so much more you could do and unleash out there?
Yeah, it's a lot. Not only on offense. I mean, obviously, I feel like on offense we could have done a lot better. There's certain things that we miss out on every game. I think that if we were to put up our best offensive performance in a full game, I think that there's no telling how many points we could put up. But the biggest thing is all 3 phases of the game playing together. That's punt return, defense, offense, kickoff, kick return. Everybody has to be able to play well for us to be able to have the best game we can.
What's your perspective on Dylan and his performance this year? I mean, for a true freshman, his numbers are phenomenal, up there with the best in the nation. You know, sometimes people look at McKenzie and stuff. Man, he's a true freshman and doing stuff like that now. I mean, as a player, how do you kind of sit back and observe what he's been able to do this year?
I think it's awesome that he's able to come in and do something like that. But at the same time, we have to realize that McKenzie kind of had a different situation his freshman year. He came in, inherited, you know, an 0-12 team, and he was asked to be able to take something and completely flip it. He had a lot of rough goings, you know, with the offensive line, the defensive lines getting a lot of pressure on him. But Dylan came in, he came into a veteran group, and he's able to hold his own. We forget that he's a freshman sometimes from the way he plays, and even when he starts to show that he is a freshman, I kind of pull him over to the side and tell him that he can't be a freshman at this time. I went through the same thing. He has to be able to play. Everybody expects a lot out of him. He got to be able to do it.
Did you see that that one run with Dylan had that he kind of showed the ball off a little bit? Did you guys just show a little bit of personality there, I guess, on one of his runs?
Yeah, that's something that we've been waiting for him to do. We all know that he got it in him. It's just him being able to show it and pull it out. Like I said before, that's just something that a young guy, he's kind of nervous to do. He doesn't want to make too many mistakes, and I think that when he finally gets that into a game and what he just did, he's a lot more confident in what he can do.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Otis.
Otis.